Aquarius, welcome to your weekly tarot reading for May 30th to June the 5th. Okay, let's get started here, Aquarius, and see what messages we have for your week ahead. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Ooh, 10 of Cups. Beautiful. Beautiful first card for you. Ace of Pentacles. Oh my goodness. Aquarius, what's going on? Wheel of Fortune coming out in the reverse. Ooh, and the Queen of Swords coming out. Bottom of the deck is the Hanged Man in reverse. Very interesting cards for you this week, Aquarius. You are on a new path, my friends. You are on a new path. This is really interesting. I wonder though about that Wheel of Fortune in reverse. That is sort of making me wonder if you are trying to control something too much. You're on a new path. You have a lot of certainty here. You have a lot of conviction and certainty. But are you trying to control this overly with this Wheel of Fortune and the Hanged Man in reverse? Kind of makes me feel like there's something new beginning here, but you may just need to let this unfold, you know? You may need to surrender a little bit of that control in order to see this unfold. But this 10 of Cups that has started your reading is making me feel a lot of feelings that there's a lot of sort of community around you right now. Your heart is opening, it is expanding, and there's a divine connection here that is very much rooted in the idea of a soulmate or a love interest or something. And you want a new beginning. You want a new beginning here, Aquarius. And it's interesting. You feel very certain about that. You have this Queen of Swords energy. Again, that Queen of Swords is such an interesting character. Very much unbiased here. Very much a decision maker who can communicate, who's honest, who's very intelligent, who is direct, and who has this like certainty in her energy, right? And there's no gender here, so this is a quality that you're embodying right now, but in that space of certainty and intelligence and really knowing yourself in an unbiased way, an ability to really make a decision. This is Libra energy, my friends. So it's almost like you're crystal clear on something, being a love connection, being a soulmate, and you really want a new beginning here. You want a new beginning, but I feel like you're trying to control how this happens a little bit here. And it's interesting. You're not letting the wheel flow. You're trying to control how this is going to happen. And in your certainty and conviction, you might be trying to sort of twist things, again, not maliciously, but in a way to sort of achieve the outcome that you desire. You're focused. You're really focused on that right now. But it's interesting because as you focus and as you try to sort of control the outcome, you could be sabotaging this. You have to let this go with the flow, Aquarius. By overly trying to control something, you could be sabotaging a little bit, because there is this element of sort of stubbornness, like where you won't accept anything other than a new beginning with this person. A new beginning with someone that you see as your soulmate. And you might need to let go a little bit and trust. Okay? I feel like right now there is a stubborn quality about how it's like, it's almost like you're like, this has to happen. This must happen. You know, and I'm going to make sure that it happens. It's very interesting. So I don't know. I really feel like a self-sabotagey sort of vibe here that, again, it sort of makes me think of that Virgo reading. You might have placements there that it's like sometimes things have to go a certain way, even if it's not part of your plan. It might not be part of your plan, but a new beginning seems like it's here. But your efforts towards it might need to be more trusting and see what happens, instead of trying to overly control how it would happen, and to like sort of have that stubborn energy sometimes that we carry when we really want something. You know what I mean? Let's see here. The Moon, the Hierophant, both in reverse. Clarifying. Oh, the Magician in reverse. Yeah, this has self-sabotage written on it, my friends. We need to shift our unconscious beliefs here. We need to shift our... And there's the the same Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Look at that. This is 4 cards saying self-sabotage. They're saying more than that, but they're also saying self-sabotage. But your intentions are so romantic. Look, Knight of Cups upright on the bottom of the deck. You want to make a move here. You've been wanting to make a move for a while, Aquarius. The Aquarius watchers on my channel have been wanting to make a move for a while here. And I think you're starting to sort of lose your patience a little bit. Fear is blocking you from being able to go with the flow. Okay, there's the Moon. So this is the cards of the self-sabotage, because you're really wanting to make an offer to someone that you see as a soulmate. You want a new beginning with them. But again, you sort of have to just let this happen, and you can't really control it because it involves another person and maybe a lot of circumstance. And I can't help but feel like it involves history. I think you've been with this person before, and now you want a new start with them. But in order to get there, you sort of might have to take a risk and have sort of this fear go away. You might need to take a leap of faith that involves doing something that feels scary. Kind of feels like it's the communication. The marching in feels really scary because you want to be able to control how this goes. You feel very, very sure that you really want a new start with this person. And that Hierophant in reverse, I can't help but think that this is Aquarius. There's something going on here that's ego-based, and the Moon in reverse sort of made me feel that way, and so does the Magician in reverse. These 3 cards in reverse are making me feel like subconsciously this is being driven by fear, ego, and stuff that's not serving you. Sabotage. This has got self-sabotage written all over it. And that Ace of Pentacles in reverse, I mean, I just feel like that confirms it, that by proceeding the way that you're sort of feeling right now, it's not going to get you to where you want to go. You can't force this into happening. All you can do is make the offer and see what happens. But there seems to be fear around that. There also seems to be this idea of like maybe even being stubborn about, no, that person should be the one to come to me. You know what I mean? Like, why should I be the one to go to them? Maybe they're the one that's supposed to come to me. Depending on the history of this situation, there is history here, though. For sure, there's history here. And I feel like the level of fear that I feel here is you haven't talked to this person in a while, so you don't know how they're going to receive you. So you're afraid, and you also have a bit of an issue with them sort of seeing how you feel about them. You're not running forward to declare anything, even though that is what you want to do. You're just afraid that you'll be at a loss if you do that. And that might be the ego part of this. Like, you don't want to be rejected by this person. You don't want them to somehow have this upper hand. It's interesting. Excuse me, Aquarius. There is a new start here that you really desire, but are you willing to wear your heart on your sleeve? I think you feel an energy coming from this person and you're fearful that they're going to reject you. And so subconsciously you're in a state of scarcity and you're in a state of, it's really sabotagey. It's a sabotagey sort of feeling here. You may need to just release that ego and go for it with sort of a renewed intention that's not so stubborn or fixed. You know, it's interesting, Aquarius. You are a fixed sign. So sometimes you can get really in your head, and I get it. If it doesn't look exactly like you've envisioned it, you might be like, well, forget it then. It's too much of a risk. But that could be the very idea that's sort of working against you in this situation. I'm going to leave it at that for you, Aquarius. This has been fascinating. Thank you so much for joining me for this reading. If it's resonated for you, please consider to subscribe, like, and share this video, and leave me a comment letting me know how it relates to what you're going through. I'm sending you so much love and light, my friends. Have a wonderful week. Take care.